June 6th, we is finishing up our last spring CSA, and I'm putting vegetables down now for our summer CSA. It's looking pretty put together. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'm finna get everything prepped. I'm finna clear out Hoop House 1, I'm finna clear out Hoop House 2.
So the mission of Angelic Organics Learning Center is to build the local sustainable food system. And basically we see this as changing the way that people farm and the way that people eat. So all of our programs align with one of those two goals, or both of them together. So we do farmer training to help support beginning farmers in getting their farm businesses launched. And we do a variety of different types of community education at our sites in Chicago, in Rockford, and at our main farm in Caledonia, Illinois, for people to engage with food and farming through hands-on experiential programs.
People are here today for the craft program that's run by the Angelic Organics Learning Center, and they're here to learn about fertility. They're here to learn about our rotation system, our fallow system, our composting system, cover crops. 9 beds, 6 feet per bed. All of our tractors are set up on 6-foot centers, okay? And every crop in a field one year can go into the exact same size field next to it the next year. And then everything is laid out exactly for spring. So one of the things about this kind of a system, you do most of your spring work in the year before. You get the compost on, you get the cover crop in.
Angelic Organics Learning Center is the nonprofit educational partner to the farm. So the farm's running its business fully, and then the Learning Center over time has taken on a number of different initiatives, and we have urban initiatives in both Rockford and Chicago.
We're going to cook the items that we harvested from the garden today. We got some turnip greens and we've got some squash. And we're going to go and learn how to cook them so that they can see where their food come from. Now we can show them that we planted it, it growed, we watered it, the sun put some sunshine on it, we cooking it, and we're going to have a meal out of it. Well, that's okay. Come back and pick up some meal.
This is the first of our 2 learning gardens. So this is the Princeton Learning Garden on Princeton Avenue, but next to the former Yale Elementary School. The city worked on building the farm across the street, which is what had brought us to this site originally.
This is Angelic Organic Learning Center incubator site called E2 Live, and this is where we grow. And right now we're growing cucumbers. We still have some kale and Swiss chard in here. They're not so happy because of the heat. And we're using primarily for tomatoes because the structure is helping us keep them up. Right now I'm going to 5 different markets, and we go to senior homes and we do a little farmer market inside a couple senior buildings.
Everything that you see up in this hoop house is growing good and growing fast and growing healthy. I got the eggplants over there that I'm gonna be harvesting in the next day or so for the CSA.
So are you getting a box every week or every 2 weeks?
Every week.
What's your favorite vegetables?
Probably cabbage.
Box, and then I have some extra bonus stuff that I'd like to take some if you want some.
Guys, what do you think? Eggplant, some beans. Beans? Yeah, okay. Oh, do you want to see the beans?
Looking good.
Looking good. Glad to hear that.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, let's go.
What you got?
This is some Mizuna lettuce, which is like an Asian lettuce.
Oh.
And it's very good in salad. I eat it a lot myself. I have some minute cabbage, kale, radishes, young garlic, squash and some zucchinis. I have some onions and some garlic chives. I have some turnips and I have mint. I got some tomatoes back there that I got the trellis, some squash, some leeks, some kale, some onions that I used in the spring CSA. I got hot peppers growing.
Well, what we do at the farm, we plant and we grow stuff in the dirt, we put it in a compost over there, and then when the compost, we take it and we let it sit there, and then it all turns into dirt, and then we put the stuff that he planted, like that, the plants, and then we put it underneath the ground, and it basically grows into food.
And how long have you been doing this?
For 4 years.
Okay, this is the last 5 minutes. Come on, the playoffs. Come on. We could do it, team. Just grab a leaf, break it, take all the leaves off. Take all the leaves.
A farm, just like your body, can be healthy, or a farm can be sick. And so how do you heal the farm? And thereby also heal all those elements within the farm, including the animal presence. And how does the animal presence help also heal the farm as an organism? But that was the starting point, was this whole idea of the farm as a living being. And so all of the work that we're doing around livestock fits into that idea that there are these different organs of the farm. There's the soils, there's the plants, there's the animals, and then there's the people. All of what you see out there in this oak savanna was this. Overgrown, tons of invasives, lots of buckthorn, ragweed 15 feet high. We mechanically went through and cut with chainsaws and loppers all of the buckthorn on the first pass through here with the help of some goats. They came through and were also eating some of it. But we then removed it, and then we rotate the goats through that space every 42 days. Really what we're trying to do is go back to imitating as best we can on some level the rotation of buffalo through this degraded ecosystem and create loving disturbances that allow for regenerative growth to happen of the plants. And then the cows are in anything from 1 to 3 day movements. So they're in multi-paddock system. We set it up so we could have 26 half-acre approximately paddocks that we could move cows 1 to 3 days. They're trained to one electric line, so you can do their paddocks with one electric line. Right now we just have the heifers here. We don't want to breed with the bull, which is arriving this afternoon. We rent a bull for 3 months. And so we separated off last week the heifers and a couple of the steers that we're harvesting for this fall. And so they're running over here, and then we've got our cows and calves and 2-year-old heifers over there to be bred. So last Friday we moved 20 of these cows from the south side to here. It was the first time we've ever done it. During the hot time of the season, we'll bring them over here where there's more tree cover, and then back over there in the fall. And this is the 5th day. They're being really good. They haven't tried to run off anywhere. They got plenty to eat.
She's eating grapes. Wow, they really like those grapes.
They like the grapes. Everywhere. They're eating all the trees. First area they worked on was way over towards where we first brought them in. And they cleaned up that so well that I think we're going to gain about 50 feet of hayfield.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks, we're estimating for the cows on the south side of the creek, they're going to move over to this quadrant. Okay, so this is the lodge, Angelic Organics Lodge. We opened this in November. We bought it about 1.5 years ago. This is adjacent to our existing 70 acres. This used to be part of an 80, and our board at the Learning Center said, let's go for it. And so we basically threw everything we had at it and acquired it and did a complete renovation inside. It's a commercial kitchen, 35 beds, and we've been running summer farm camp out of here, and we run all kinds of different kind of programming out of this facility, and we want to do more.
The lodge is really nice. Like when you go to regular camps, like the beds are really hard, but these beds are really soft. They're like the really soft and cushiony types.
The thing about this camp is, one, much better bathrooms, because usually...
Our friend invited us.
Yes, our friend. I saw another farm camp that I wanted to go to, but you had to sleep in tents. So my mom found this one, and then I invited a bunch of people who invited a bunch of other people. So there's like 5 of us that know each other.
Oh yeah? You all go to the same school?
Yeah.
What school is that?
Near North Montessori.
And why did you want to go to a farm camp in the first place?
Because I like goats and animals, and I like petting them and feeding them.
I learned what CSA is. It's Community Supportive Agriculture.
I learned what that is.
Stick it underneath those sandbags. Hold on. All right, and then take those sandbags and put them on top. A lot of our plants, we start underneath these row covers. What do plants need to survive? Water. Water.
Air.
Air. Sunlight. And they're growing in soil, right? Can the plants get all those things that they need with these row covers on?
Yeah.
Yes, but bugs cannot get in to eat them.
We are sleeping at the lodge over on the north side of the farm. And it's a week-long overnight camp, and we just like, in the morning we go out and like take care of the goats and the animals, and they're like, on Wednesday I think we're gonna go down to the creek and swim around in there.
You get to meet animals, you get to go on fun hikes, you get to have s'mores, and good food. You get to meet new friends.
We just thought I could come for my first time because my friends would be there and it would be fun.
The food, the nature hikes, the pizza.
The counselors are really nice.
Yeah, it's just a neat little camp. I mean, it's meant to be an intimate experience. A few kids that come and become like a farm family for a week.
I like it. I used to come here when I was little, and I went to a day camp, and she just asked me and my brother if we wanted to come here.
When I was studying environmental education or outdoor education, anytime you can immerse people in an experience, especially an overnight or a multi-day, they have a lot more fun, but that also kind of really works on their values, has a long-lasting effect. And we wanted to make sure that people could come to camp and stay overnight and just kind of expand our boundaries as well as give people a more in-depth experience. You know, like it's one thing to come to a day camp and feed the goats. It's another thing that every morning your responsibility is to feed them, water them, clean out the stalls, and it becomes a rhythm.
It's been really great. Probably my favorite thing is mucking out the goat stalls.
What I love about the camp is we try to make it authentic, and we have a need. We need to have our barns mucked out, and the kids, of course, we wanted them to have a real experience. So voila! 3 bins full of compost from mucking out the barn.
Well, this is more animal handling. We go on a lot more hikes and do various activities. And this food here is like really good, like way better than...
So we're an educational farm stay experience, and we try to connect people to their food and their community. And so we work with the farm in the season, and we try to work with whatever they have seasonally available as kind of the CSA model goes. We get about anywhere from 12 to 18, 19 eggs every day, probably.
You have what? 7, I have 2, that's 9. There are 2 in there, that's 11.
We do sell them as part of a share also, like the shareholders at the farm. Some of them come over and get eggs at the learning center. And then like tomorrow, we'll be having eggs from our chickens for breakfast on the last day of tomorrow. So I always try to take one item from the farm and have it at least one item per day on the farm, you know, from something that the kids have seen out here and been able to experience. For tonight's dinner, what will be coming off the farm is the greens that we have cooked into the lasagna over there, some of that spinach and then some of the lettuce that we have.
Well, we're making pizzas. I don't have any of the food out yet, but we got dough that I made over at the lodge and all the veggies and some meat from the cattle here that we're cooking up, and we're going to be making our calzones and our cob oven over there.
Wow, that's actually easy.
We have everybody?
I'm gonna do cheese and maybe strawberries, maybe cucumbers.
You had some extra berries, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some berries.
Dude, that looks so good. That actually looks so good. Like, no joke. I know. But it looks
Mine's
great.
like amazing. Even though it's
good?
super sloppy, yeah.
Yeah. Right, good.
That's good. Very good. It's hot.
So since the very beginning of the Learning Center, we've known that multiple day programs are really powerful in people's experience of farms, that having that opportunity to wake up in the morning, participate in the work of the farm throughout the course of the day, preparing food from the farm. But basically we want it to be a place where people can connect with where food comes from and with farms and with each other.